It's been about a year since I've had to go against the fungal outbreak. Since then, this infection has evolved tremendously. I'm back inside of this hellhole, trying to see if I can contain this, stop it from taking over the world. I wanted to get this video out quite a while ago, but I've had technical difficulties. Okay, there's quite a few new things here. There's now structures that spawn depending on the biome that you're in, and these structures can have secret treasure inside of it that can probably help you. There's plenty of new evolved monstrosities. I mean, hell, there's even new bosses. Will I be able to survive 100 days in this hyper evolved fungal outbreak? This is Minecraft 100 days. Okay, real quick, I just want to say that upload schedule has been terrible. This year, I really do hope I can do better. I want to upload every month or every 2 months, at most 2 months. Things are really difficult. I try to be transparent on why I don't upload or where I am. I haven't even done that lately, but to be honest, it just bottles down to me sucking at the game, dying multiple times, mental, and motivation. I do edit all my videos myself, so that also takes into accountability. I don't plan to hire an editor. I enjoy editing my own videos, but either way it goes, I like doing this. I find it fun. I'm gonna try to upload quicker without dumbing down my quality. I want to get better at this, better at the game, and better at editing these videos and making these videos. So thank you to those who still stick around, even though I am in a horrible position right now with my upload schedule. Oh, and a lot of people want me to do the escape and run parasites. Every video I do, I see it soon. I don't think I'm good enough yet, but I will soon. But thank you and enjoy the video. Leave a like if you do enjoy. Subbing helps too. Hey, when that happens. Oh, okay. I'll get these coordinates. That's real good. Alright, let's try to hurry up and get out of here. I'll come back for it. Let us try to find a bunker. What is that? This looks good too. Coordinates here. Is that another one? That's a whole nother one. Alright, it's the first day. And I spawned inside of the ice biome or the frozen ocean. Usually they spawn these structures. I think it's the abandoned laboratories. And I got lucky and I saw 2 of them right next to each other, which is amazing. But those aren't the structures that I want just yet. There's a bunker that has a chance to spawn, and this bunker holds some very valuable stuff. It can give me weapons, food, and armor. So that's the main thing that I want to look for. So for a great deal of the first day, I spend looking for this bunker, hoping that I can find this, especially before it reaches sunset. It doesn't go well if it's nighttime and I just have absolutely nothing. Zero chance for survival. Luckily, I did find the village a little bit before the sunset, but I did something completely stupid. Perfect. I can make an iron pickaxe. That's another one. That's 3 of them. I don't know why so many research labs are around, but I'll take it. I need them. I never grabbed a bed. Oh my god. He took my pickaxe, I just realized. It's a wooden pickaxe anyway, who cares? I'm starting off strong. So I know it said that my chances of survival is like basically zero when it comes to trying to survive the night, especially on the first night. But mobs typically don't spawn like that on frozen ocean. If I was on land, I would be forced to go to sleep. But I want to save as much time as I possibly can looking for the stuff that I need. I also didn't want to go inside the research labs just yet because there's a possible risk that I can die quite easily. I ran around the same parts of the frozen ocean I don't know how many times. I don't know how many laps looking for a bunker. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a bunker and the sun was rising. At this point, I felt really lucky, but also unlucky. I spawned inside of the biome that I wanted to spawn in. I got a bunch of the research labs, but I could not manage to find a bunker. The research labs are also a key to winning too, because they have these things called CDU that helps me out against the infected. See more about that later. But it's now day 2 and I want to keep looking around this area just to make sure I didn't miss any spots for the bunker that I need. While in my search, I found this abandoned ship. It had a chest that had some armor in it. It was leather armor, but one of the armor pieces had advanced protection, which makes it as strong as iron armor, to be honest. Just, it has no durability at all. Now, I found another village, but this village didn't have anything, so I left it pretty quickly. I thought that maybe if I search a little bit further out, I'll find, the bunker that I need. I somehow end up going in a complete circle and just going right back where I started. So the entirety of day 2 has just been wasted. At this point, the new thought was maybe I should try to look for another frozen ocean. Hopefully there can be one close by. It was getting dark, so it's now day 3. Before going out, I saw another village. I decided to go inside of this village and get hay. That way I can have a lot of food. I won't have to worry about food for a bit now. I don't know. This is probably the most villages I've ever found in a single sitting. It is insane how many villages I have actually spotted. The most laboratories I found too, but I cannot find this frozen bunker that I need. I find it outrageous. It was starting to make me mad. All of day 3 wasted. There was nothing but failure for day 3, just nothing at all. For day 4, I started contemplating whether or not I want to go back to the laboratories and just risk it. Because at this time, I felt like I've wasted too much time already looking for these bunkers. With how wrong things were going, I might as well just go back and risk it. I'll try to go inside the laboratory, get the stuff that I need, and immediately get out before anything can get me. The only thing that I would really have to worry about is choking and doing something completely stupid. Like, there's no point in really having a CDU if I can't even really use it. Yep. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, get out of here. Well, I got one CDU, but still get a lot of stuff. Nope. Okay, that's 2 down. I need 1 more. I managed to get 2 of the 3 CDUs. I wasn't gonna go for the 3rd one, but sun is setting. I don't want to risk going in there at night. I forgot to mention that these CDU do need ice canisters, but these structures also hold the ice canisters too. So you kind of never run out of them. The biggest problem with the CDU is that they don't stack. So they can take up a lot of inventory space, which is honestly really annoying, but it's worth it at the end of the day. After the sun had set, it is now day 5. I immediately try to tackle the last laboratory. And I do that with ease, no problem. Nothing came close. I now have all 3 CDU and some ice canisters. So the next thing that I want to get is Silk Touch, because to make ice canisters, you need, well, ice. But you don't need just regular ice, you need packed ice. And the only only way for you to get ice is with Silk Touch. So I'm forced to go to a village and try to get Silk Touch. And I want to do this as quickly as I possibly can too, for obvious reasons. I didn't mention, because I completely forgot, but there is Horde Nights, and the Horde Nights are completely random. So instead of me being prepared and ready for a Horde Night, I'm not allowed to do that this time. In fact, I think I'm gonna do that every single time that I do 100 days that has the Horde Night. So the village that I was at, I would have stayed there, but I didn't have the leather that I needed, so I went out looking for leather. But while I was doing that, I remembered there was an area that I had saw that I thought looked pretty cool to mine in. I saw it around the time where I first spawned. Luckily, I kept the coordinates to this. So instead of getting the cows, I decided to go there. Now, I forgot to mention that to build CDU, which you can build CDU, you need redstone and amethyst crystals. And for some odd reason, I find amethyst crystals underwater way easier than I do in regular mining. But this area that I thought looked cool was actually cool. It was exactly what I needed. I got the redstone that I wanted, and I also got some diamonds, which is another thing that I obviously need for a multitude of reasons. But I saw the amethyst thing. I don't know if it's amethyst cave. Okay, I found out it's amethyst geode. So I found an amethyst geode, and I took a whole stack of amethyst crystals. No longer need to worry about that. Very glad that I got that out the way super early. One stack of amethyst crystals should last me the entire run. Very cool, very cool. Once I got my amethyst crystals, I got out and went to bed. And in the morning of day 6, I was greeted by a certain someone. What the fuck? Oh, it's a scallywag. Okay. After dealing with the scallywag, I saw this broken nether portal, and the broken nether portal had a golden axe with advanced sharpness 4. Not that crazy, but it's still useful, can deal a little bit of damage. But it also had a golden apple. Now, when I was looking for a village and some cows, I found an abandoned hospital. I have been finding structure after structure. I don't know how rare these things are, but I've only ever found a total of maybe 3 of them in my, like, all of my runs. I don't know if laboratories are also rare, but I have found a lot of those in these runs too. Also, a multitude of villages. This run, crazy. Very, very crazy so far. But I wanted to reinforce this entire hospital and make it my base and defend from there. Wanted to be able to reinforce the entire building and make it my new home. But I can't do that right now. That is way too difficult. I have no tools. But next to the hospital, there was another abandoned laboratory. And next to both of those was a village. The cows that I needed were inside of this village. And I would have stayed inside of this village, but I decided not to. Because since the hospital is right there, and I'm 100% certain that mobs can spawn inside of there, I don't want a bunch of infected to build up inside of the hospital. So I would rather take my chances elsewhere. So once it got dark, I went to bed. In the middle of day 7, while I was trying to get some sugarcane, because I also need sugarcane for a multitude of reasons, which one of them is involving the CDU. Sugar is a part of the recipe for the CDU, but there was a village. Yet another village. And this village was going to be the village that I was going to get Silk Touch from. They also had a Fletcher there too, meaning saving more time. You don't have to worry about making a fletching table or anything like that. So after making sure the Fletcher wanted to trade sticks for emerald, I made my lectern. After making the lectern, I kidnapped one of the villagers. And I don't know why villagers do this, where they just ignore the thing that's right in front of them. Sometimes I know why they do it, but a lot of the times I don't. And it makes me incredibly angry. So I had to handle the villager. I'm gonna put this down one more time, but if you don't pick it up, I'm killing you. Okay, buddy. You know, sometimes I feel bad for what I do to villagers, but then I remember what people do to their villagers inside of Animal Crossing, and then I feel better about myself. So it is now day 8, and I have kidnapped yet another villager, and it didn't take long for this villager to give me exactly what it is that I wanted, and for very cheap too. I nearly died there. That was close. Now, after trading a few sticks, I got the emerald that I need, and I got the Silk Touch. The next thing I needed to do was make an anvil, so I started smelting my iron. I'm so tired of these creepers coming out of nowhere, man. I quickly realized that I don't have enough iron to make this anvil, meaning I have to go out and find a place to mine yet again. But it was already getting dark, so I went to bed. I spent pretty much all the daylight of day 9 looking for a place to mine. One of the cool things that I did find was an abandoned ship that had a bunch of carrots inside of there. Very cool. But by the time I found the place to mine, it was already dark, and I didn't mind spending the night getting the resources that I need. Saving a bit of time because I still have no idea when a horde night is gonna happen. Better safe than sorry. Once I collected all the iron that I need for now, I sat underwater and I smelted all of it. And now I have an anvil. It was a thunderstorm too. The sun was about to rise, but I wanted to get rid of the rain. So just to get rid of that, I went to bed. In the morning of day 10, I made me another pickaxe and I added silk touch to it. The only reason why I used an iron one was because I could just repair it really easily, and I needed blue ice. Last I said I needed packed ice, but it's actually blue ice that's used for the ice canisters in order to activate the CDU. So before traveling back into the ice biome, I made sure to collect just a tiny bit more iron. That way I can, you know, repair the iron pickaxe as much as I need. I don't need that much blue ice, but a few stacks won't hurt. I'm pretty sure a few stacks can last me the whole run, getting the little annoying things out the way as soon as I possibly can, you know? So once I collected my iron, I finally made it back to an ice biome, but by the time I made it back to the ice biome, the sun was setting. So not much going on for my 10th day. In the morning of day 11, I started taking down the villagers' igloo. They don't need that. They have much other buildings. They'll be fine. The igloos were made out of exactly what it is that I needed. After I was done taking apart the villagers' igloos, I made it back to the area where the ice towers were near the abandoned laboratory. But I got jump scared. Scared the shit out of me. No clue what that means, but as long as I get everything that I need before things start getting too hectic, I don't really care. I still don't know what that means, the message means, but gotta do what I gotta do. Can't be distracted. I spent the rest of my daylight trying to get as much ice as I possibly can. While I was doing that, I was kind of zoned out. Remember I said I was just gonna keep repairing the pickaxe? That was the plan, but I completely zoned out and I made a oopsie. Whoops, I was not paying attention and I just let my pickaxe break. Oh boy. Hopefully I can remember where that place is, where I bought the book. So now that that has happened, I have to go back to the village and try to get another Silk Touch enchantment book. Very, very dumb mistake by me, but it is what it is. So day 12, I made it back to the village where I got my Silk Touch, but for majority of the day, I spent it smelting my iron. Once I was done doing that, I wanted to get more diamonds because I only had 5 diamonds and I still needed a lot more. So I went out and looked for another place to mine, but then this happened. Why is it? Wait, no. Why is the water red? Does that mean what I think it's about to happen? Why is the water red? Why is the water red? Am I high? Why is the water red? Oh my god, it's a horde night tonight. Shit. Wasn't exactly expecting that. Isn't this absolutely wonderful? Isn't this just amazing? I don't have a crafting table either, so if I run out of whatever this stuff is, my ice canisters, I'm dead. Like, I'm legit just dead, and I have to restart this entire run, which I really don't want to happen. But as long as I have these things, I don't think I can get touched. In fact, I think if I get touched one time here, I'm probably gonna die. Maybe. Can't reach my boat either, which is amazing. I really wish it wasn't at such a bad time, though. This is at a terrible time for this horde night to happen. Which, again, I would really like a chest right now, if anything. This guy just doesn't care. I don't think these CDUs will work on him. Okay, how much longer is this horde night? Whoa! Okay, that scared me. I don't like that these things aren't refilling. Like, do I have to wait for them to, like, actually go out, or what? I really wish I was able to pick up that boat. I might not even be able to kill him now. Because if he touches me, I'm dead. But I kind of need my boat. There's 2 of them in my boat right now. I just need these last few to come to me and die. Not sure if there's an invisible one, because there is typically invisible ones around. Okay. Oh, she's still alive. Does she not care? Stop that. Alright. That was definitely something. I don't have my boat though. I don't know where it went. It's just floating about right now. Eventually, not even the water is gonna work because there's things that can swim underwater. Also break blocks too. Fun, isn't it? I managed to survive the horde night, and it's day 13. The mobs dropped a lot of resources. Now, inside the last playthrough that I did, I never used any of the resources from the mobs. I never used their armor or weapons or anything like that. This time, I was actually gonna do that. And the main reason why I was gonna do that was because I kind of need to. I don't think diamond armor is gonna suit me, considering I don't have reinforced obsidian this time. And I used diamond armor only inside my last run, which had a bunch of things that could one-shot me. It took me 7 months or something like that just to win. So let's not take chances this time and do what I can. But what I'm going to be doing here is I'm not going to do a full armor set after one horde night because that'll be a little bit too easy. So instead, I'm just gonna make like 1 or 2 pieces and I'll be good from that. I want to try to make it as fair and balanced as I possibly can. Don't want to make things too easy. So the first thing that I made was a chest plate because I don't have any chest piece. I wanted to make a weapon, but I need bones to do that. So I have to wait until nightfall for skeletons to spawn. After getting the bones that I need, I went to bed. In the morning of day 14, I saw that the armor has a pretty decent amount of durability to it. So the weapon that I decided to make was a great sword, and the great sword have a special effect to it. I'm not sure if all the infected weapons have a special effect, but this one kind of paralyzes people, or it just makes them significantly slower. This also have crazy durability too. It has 12 attack. Now that I've made my 1 piece of armor and the weapon that I wanted, I feel like that's good enough. I'll just throw away the rest of the stuff that I have from the infected. So now we're once again back to 0 infected items. Now that that's out the way, I can finally get back to trying to get diamonds. There was an area where I could mine right by where my CDU was. So after picking up my CDU, I went down there to mine. And there was diamonds, but there was also a bit of iron, which I need. I really do need those things. After picking up stuff there, I went to another spot that I had saw. This spot also had diamonds in it. I'm starting to get used to this stuff. I can tell if something's good or not just by looking at the... I don't know how to say it without it sounding weird. I'm not gonna lie. I can tell if it's gonna be a good spot to mine in just by looking at the structure. I'm not right every time, I'm right majority of the time, and that's good enough. Once I was done mining, it was nighttime, but I also need cow. For some odd reason, I threw away my leather. I gotta find cow because I threw away the leather that I had, which honestly wasn't smart, but I mean, hey, be able to sleep. So it's day 15 now, and the reason why I need cows in a village is because I want to get fortune. I want at the minimum fortune 2, and I want to add that to a diamond pickaxe. I'm gonna have one diamond pickaxe that's gonna have fortune, and the other one's gonna have silk touch. Need fortune for obvious reasons, just to make my life a lot easier and gaining resources just way quicker. Yeah, once I can have a stack of sugar cane, I'm gonna need a lot more sugar cane if I'm gonna be making more CDU dispensers, which I will be, because why wouldn't I? There's a lot of things I gotta do. I gotta save the world here, you know? I finally found the village, but the sun was setting. The village also had cows inside of it. This village I have been to before, so I know that the other place where I got the silk touch is nearby. After I slept in the morning of day 16, I left to go to that village. I made it there fairly quickly. The silk touch dealer no longer needs his lectern. I don't need another silk touch book, so I took that away from him. Surprisingly, I got literally exactly what I wanted within the same day. Fortune 2. I'll take it. It was only for around 25 emerald. Nothing too crazy. I can get that within probably a day or two. I just need more Fletchers inside of the village. Everything was going great. Things were going smooth. But I gotta remember where I am, because things won't always be smooth. Actually, this ain't what I meant. Shit. Jesus. Not exactly sure what this thing is called, but I do know if it would have touched me, I would have died. That thing is capable of one-shotting me with the current armor that I have. All right, becoming pretty dangerous here, apparently. It's really close. Whoa. It's day 17 and things are getting way too dangerous inside of this village. I want to risk it and try to get my fortune, but I'm not gonna risk it. So instead, I'm gonna leave and try to look for another place. I probably could have stayed if I just set up a bunch of CDU around, but I really didn't want to risk that, because if something sneaks up on me and touches me, the run will just be completely over. So while traveling, looking for another village, I found a broken nether portal. In this broken nether portal, it had a pair of golden leggings that had advanced protection too. Eventually, I did find another village close to sunset. This was gonna be the village that I was gonna sit in and try to get fortune yet again. I just have to hope that they give me fortune really quickly. Also, I don't know what it is with the mod or the resource pack that I have, but they make the baby villagers' heads huge. They're just gigantic for some unknown reason. So it's day 18 now and I want to get my fortune, but instead of fortune, I get some other temptation. Advanced sharpness 4. You know what? I actually do want that for my weapon. I'll take it. Even though I shouldn't, but I'll take it. So there goes a bunch of time out the window, but it'll be worth it. It's more damage. Can, you know, obliterate things quicker, kill the infected quicker. So I spent all of day 18 trying to get the emerald that I need in order to get this advanced sharpness. I obviously want to get this advanced sharpness within the same day, or as close as possible within the same day, because the possibility of the librarian re-rolling. We have had quite a few experiences of re-rolls here, and it's probably one of my most hated things. I am not gonna lie. I didn't manage to get it within day 18, but right in the morning of 19, I got it. Before he was able to re-roll, I got it. So now instead of my weapon dealing 12 damage, it deals 17.5 damage. I had made another shield and then I left. Now I would have stayed inside of this village, but I'm kind of afraid of staying inside of the same village for too long after the last situation that happened with the infected. And I don't want to risk going to another village for the possibility of a horde night happening. And I'm not gonna lie, I start tweaking the hell out trying to figure out if I'm gonna have a horde night. This is probably one of the worst things that I've done. I am so paranoid of having a horde night happen at like one of the worst spots possible. I'm still super low on resources. I still need a bunch of diamonds and I still need a bunch of iron. At this point, I started regretting not making a full armor set. I started just wandering around mindlessly, wondering if things will be okay, if I can make safe decisions. But the sun was starting to set and now it's day 20. I was thinking that I could probably use barbed wire fences, but I did that inside of my last run, so I don't want to do it inside of this run. I wanted to go mining, but I had to smelt the iron inside of my inventory to make more space. And I also just didn't have any food besides a golden apple. I saw this little island. I don't know if it's an island, but we're gonna call it a little island. And I decided, okay, we're gonna sit down here. We're gonna do everything that we need to do real quick. Smelt and cook food. If a horde night were to happen, I'd be pretty fine. At least I would like to assume so. I'm running a little bit low on canisters too, and that also do require iron, but it requires nuggets. It doesn't require like the whole ingot. It just requires nuggets. Now, I know I said I'm not gonna make a barbed wire, but I made barbed wire fences anyway. I only made 3 of them, which is technically 1, and yeah, I never used this. I legit, that was a waste of material. I never used this. It just sat in my inventory and collected dust. Once I was done smelting and cooking, the sun was setting, but I still wanted to go mining. So that's exactly what I did. I didn't mine for too long, but I did get some diamonds and I of course got a little bit of iron. The area that I was mining in wasn't really that big anyway. So once I was done mining there, I left and just traveled across the waters. While I was doing that, I saw an abandoned church. What? I found one. That's gonna be my temporary place to stay. I put 3 CDU outside of the church. That way anything, you know, the infected land, the fungi, get rid of that. And I put 1 of the CDU inside of the church in the middle. Should be able to cleanse as much as I possibly can inside and out of the church. Now, I do want to make more CDU. You see, I can't really do that though, because I forgot one crucial thing. I'm an idiot. I just remembered. I need a bow. I never mentioned that CDU also needs dispensers, and to make a dispenser you need a bow. I have 0 strings, so I can't make any CDU. So I just continue looking around the place, seeing if there's any infected, looting the place and all that stuff. I got a chest that had some parts inside of it, and there was another chest that had armor, a bow and some arrows. There was also holes in the roof, and I wanted to cover that up too, just in case a horde night did happen here. I wanted to move my CDU from outside to inside, that way also if a horde night happens I can refill the CDU no problem, rather than having to go outside and risk my life even more. We could just move it inside. Now I do want to make abandoned structures of my base or territory, but one of the issues with these things is that it plays an eerie type of music 24/7. No matter how much you clean up the place, it's always playing this eerie music and you can't do anything about it. I have my Minecraft music off. Why is that even playing? So that's pretty much the main thing that keeps me from making it my base. But I had a total of 4 CDU and I could only find 3 of them. I completely forgot where I put one of them, and I was searching for ages looking for this 1 CDU. It took a while, but I finally found the CDU. Now I have all 4 of my CDU again. A lot of the daylight wasted though, but it's raining anyway, so I'm just gonna go to bed. In the morning of day 22, I try to clean up the place more, get rid of the corpses and all that stuff. There was also a bunch of like zombies and a weeping angel that was near this blue part. I don't know what the blue stuff was for at the time. I later learned that you can use that, and you'll see how. But after cleaning up the basement, I went back to the main floor and I saw that I had enough resources to make another piece of armor. But for the armor, you can make it's 2 layers of armor. There's a bone and there's a flesh, and you can combine those two and make it even stronger. I had just enough resources to make another chest piece. So now instead of just the bone armor or bone chest plate, I had a living chest plate, and the chest plate have an ability. You can climb on walls with it. Gonna be honest, I never use this ability. I forget that it's even a thing. I rarely ever use that. I've probably used it a total of like 3 times within the whole run. So after making my armor and cleaning up a little bit more, I picked up my CDU and went out. I wanted to wait for nightfall for spiders to spawn, but instead of getting a bunch of spiders to spawn on the land, I got a bunch of something else to spawn on it. Stop. Why is there so many drowned? Look at how many there is here. I'm definitely gonna need mending, because I don't even know what is needed to repair this armor. I guess the only good thing about all this, like all these things, is just the XP. And there is a lot, like they're just not stopping. What? Who are you hit by a trident? I did. Look at this. Why is there so many? I still need string so I can make some more CDU, which would require me to kill these zombies. Not zombies, spiders. Wow. Like, look at this. Why is there so many drowned? So I went to bed because I had to get rid of the drown. But I also saw some of the infected spawning on the land, and they can evolve pretty quickly. I need to get rid of them. So the next easiest armor piece to make was flesh boots. They don't require that much material. I still need what? 2 more flesh pieces, and I still need 3 plated pieces. Still a long way to go. But these infected, they drop a lot. Like, they drop a bunch of material really easily. Some things are harder to get though. Now what I want to do is go to a spot where I can get a bunch of infected to spawn and then infect other things around them, and I want them to evolve. That way I can kill them and then get stuff from them, which can benefit me, help me out here. I also need spiders too, but for this I need to be able to go into a part of land where there's not a shit ton of trees. I'm having a guy throw a trident at me for like the 5th time. Evolved infected do drop more pieces or resources than regular infected. So that's why I want them to evolve for now. Like, this is one of the only times I actually want them to evolve. So while trying to do my thing, the water randomly turned red, which means, or supposed to mean, a horde night is supposed to happen. Oh no. Oh no. I don't think I can make it back to the church in time. It's as if the game was making me feel like I'm schizo, because all of the signs were showing that a horde night is gonna happen, but a horde night was not happening. I shouldn't be able to sleep if it is a horde night, unless I'm wasting my time. No, I actually can't sleep. Okay. So yeah, horde night is happening tonight. I don't... Why though? The time is the time randomized too? Is it not always guaranteed to be at night? Am I paranoid for nothing? It's day 23, the sun is rising, it's about to be day 24, but the water turned red, meaning a horde night is gonna happen. So why? I'm confused. I stayed up the whole night. I mean, like, I was forced to stay up the whole night anyway. It's as if I've been trolled or something. Like, I've just been lied to. If there is a horde night happening, I never got a notification, and I don't see any hordes. There is infected coming for me, but I'm so lost. Is it safe to go on land? Does this just mean that a horde night is happening the next night? No, I made it to where the horde night is randomized instead of me like being absolutely prepared for a horde night. I wanted to make it to where it's more difficult and like harder to survive the horde night, but That's exactly what I wanted. I can't see shit. Yeah, I'm confused. I don't really know what's going on. There's wing fragments. I don't know what I don't really need the wing fragments, but I'll take them, I guess. It might come useful. Might be able to do something with it. I need this guy to follow me though. What's happening over here? Well, a lot of infected did show up this night, which is what I wanted. I don't know if it's safe to go on land, but I do want to go to the church. Well, I still don't have any spine fragments, so I can't really do much here. But I'm still not sure if the land is safe. I'll leave my CDU here, which is probably going to be a mistake, but I'll leave it here for now. Try to safely kill these dudes. I don't know how much damage they deal, but pretty sure they do quite a bit of damage. I've been one shot before. I don't want to get one shot again. Now that guy over there, he looks very bad. I don't know where he's infected or anything. Like, I wanted this, but it seems like I'm being a little bit too risky right now. I'm kind of curious to know how much damage he deals, but I'm not stupid, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay. I'll be taking that. My little boat that I'm defending over here. Well, I have 6, but I want to make this wing. I guess I can make an elytra. But like, the amount of stuff required for this elytra, probably a lot. Oh boy, I need a lot. I need spines. I do think that my life would be a lot easier here. I managed to do this. At least there's a horde night happening. A horde night is definitely happening. Otherwise this water would not be this red. Okay. All right. Let's try two of these. We have that. We got living boots now. We got a chest piece done. I need a spine fragment for a headpiece. Okay. Just like that. We have a helmet. The only thing left would be pants. And we have living pants. Okay. Okay, we got pants, but I still need spine fragments, which is the biggest thing that I need. I will defend this boat with my life. Whoa. Ow. I just got corrosioned. It's okay, Willie. I will protect you with my life. That's not good. They're trying to infect the land. Oh. Really cannot have my pants breaking here. That deals a lot of damage though. It'll be okay. Whoa! Jesus Christ. Ow. What am I being hit by? There was an invisible infected about to kill me. I almost lost because of an invisible infected. Any spine fragments? Well, they're starting to disappear. There's spine fragments. I need to move quick because I don't want the church to be infected because I kind of want to keep that. This is day 25, and now that the Horde Night actually happened, I managed to get a full armor set. I have a full living set of armor. I could have made a wing, but I didn't want to because I felt like just the armor was enough. Again, gotta make it fair and balanced. Symbiosis. I won't get the elytra yet. I have 28 sacks. I'm gonna throw a lot away. I don't know what I need tumors for. I'll throw away wing membrane. If I end up encountering some of the flying ones over there, I'll keep the wing membranes, but for now, I'll throw that away. I don't want the elytra for now. Throw away these innards, throw away this, throw away this. I want to keep my armor fragments because I got that. Without the Horde Knight, keep the mutated stuff too. Now, I still have no idea how to repair the armor. I don't know what pieces are required to repair it. Like if I put it inside of an anvil, what piece do I use? I don't know. So I thought about just putting mending on all of my stuff. But first, I have to do cleanup. Why am I taking damage? Why am I taking so much damage? What is this infection? What was that? Why did it do so much? Is it because of that thing? Okay, yeah. Alright, I need milk. At this rate, my armor's gonna break. This is bad. Okay, yeah, no, I need mending. How do I even repair my armor? What do I even use here? What was that? You know, I was feeling pretty confident at first. I was like, yeah, nah, I can definitely win this now. Like, I should be good. But, you know, after that, after witnessing that, yeah, not exactly. Still a lot of infected, too. That almost broke my armor. I feel like if I didn't have this armor, I would have 100% died. Just like that, almost half durability gone. So now the only thing left for me to do is try to bait the infected that I can spot out of the forest into the CDU with the little sunlight that I have left. It's only one of them. Once it got dark, I went to bed, and the morning of day 26, I continued trying to clean up the infected that was around the church. With how bad things were, I wasn't sure just how many infected was around the church. Why did it drop so much of these tendons? It dropped a lot of it, but I don't know what I need it for. I want to make it back to the church if possible. I'm gonna pick this up and try to move it so I can clean this part of the land. Got a lot of work ahead of me. It's day 26. Yeah, my armor is about to die, and again, I have no idea how to repair this. So, because of solely that and only that, I want mending. I don't want my armor to break on me, so I'm gonna need mending. Meaning I have to find yet another village. I'm just afraid of bosses spawning, because soon enough, bosses will spawn inside of the random horde nights. Which is why this is all terrifying, is because randomized. Well, I have armor, so I don't really need diamonds for armor anymore, which is cool. But I need these, you know, these diamonds in order to make whatever the fuck it's called. I still have a lot of work ahead of me, but I just need to be able to put mending on this. If I can get protection, that'll be a bonus. But right now, I just really want to focus on getting mending. So that's the next mission. Try to get mending as quickly as I possibly can. I don't know what I need tumors for, so I'm just gonna throw that away. Probably gonna regret it, but it is what it is. I don't know where my boat is. I think it's somewhere over here. Nope. 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 I don't know what, I genuinely don't know what I need to repair this armor. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna get mending because I don't know. I'm confused. The only thing is I do want some wing membranes though, so that way I can make the MK2 and then I'd have the full armor set and be able to take down bosses, or probably safely be able to take down bosses. Will I? Most likely not. Whatever helps me survive. I just need to get wing membranes, which will require infected to spawn and evolve. Now, what I need is a village, but I also need evolved infected. So I have to get infected to spawn, and then I have to get them to evolve, but I need a certain type of evolve. I need them to go into the flying type. So I can sit in my little boat, wait for them to spawn on land, and get them to evolve. For them to evolve, I think they have to kill mobs. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's a timer thing or it's a kill thing. Maybe a boat thing. I don't know. Once I get all the wing membranes that I need though, my armor set is 100% complete. These flying types can also spot you from very far away too. They can see you from like a mile away and decide to attack. This guy is fucking chasing me. Jesus Christ. My first night wasn't really successful, but there were a bunch of infected that had spawned. So on the morning of day 27, I continued trying to kill as many infected as I could. And this time, there were a few of the types that I needed. I'm glad I didn't swing my sword just now, because if I did, I probably would have gotten eaten by the well. And if I would have died by a well again, so help me God. I was like, haha, you know, I should find the village as quickly as possible. You know, I should do that. And here I am, not doing that. Doing the exact opposite. Is that a wing fragment? Yes, it is. Shit. Definitely. I think he's stuck. He does poison. What is this poison? Poison 3? My armor's gonna break. My armor's gonna break. These things are fucking ridiculous. Well, I have 5 wing membranes right now, but I think I should stop fucking around and actually find the village at this point. I don't think I should risk it anymore. Not right now, at least. It got so bad to the point where I was just like, I should probably just look it up. I had to just Google it. Actually doing research for once. I found out that the infected stuff, all the infected tools, armor, weapons, they have a dedicated thing that's their own type of mending. And it's really easy to make, but there's a potential that it can have a curse. Oh, so how does this work? Symbiotic reconstruction. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's cool. So you mean I can passively heal this stuff? Mutagenic reactant? Can I just use a grinder and it'll put it away? So I guess that's what the black text meant when it said that it can possibly have a side effect. Like if I get touched and then I just, you know, turn into sand, I don't really want to risk that. I'm just wasting time. I don't even need mending anymore if I think about it. I don't even need mending because I have this thing. So I'm still not sure what the mutant thing does, but I know that it gives negative effects. Well, it's a curse. If I have the infection, I get some kind of negative effect, whether it be poison, slowness, blind, or anything like that. That's basically how the mutant thing works. I just don't want to risk getting touched and then I just have a seizure because of this curse that I have on me. So the idea was to make a grinder and put the armor inside of a grinder. Maybe that'll get the curse to go away. I also wanted to make an infected bow or a living bow. That way I can have the range, because fighting bosses up close, I don't think that's a smart idea. I don't know if it actually works on bows. Does it work on a bow? It does. It works on any type. Okay. Works on weapons, I guess. But I quickly learned grinders can't remove curses. This is not something I knew. At first, I thought it was this specific curse, but no, grinders just can't remove curses at all. So I just pretty much have to make a whole nother pair of hands. So I did exactly that. I do not remember what unwavering nature does. In fact, it probably has the effect that I'm thinking about with the mutant stuff. I don't know. They're just bad things, okay? But I still needed bows so I can make my CDU. So I waited for nightfall and I took out a bunch of spiders that had spawned. And luckily there was a lot of spiders to spawn this time. Sadly, there were zero infected spawn, just absolutely none. But the sun was rising and it's now day 29. I wanted to go back to the church, to the basement. You remember those blue blocks? Apparently that can be used, just like the automatic repairing thing. There's weapon types that you can make too. They basically make your weapons turn into CDU. So your weapon deals even more damage and it has a bleed effect. If the effect of these pants is too bad, I'll just make yet another one. I have no inventory space, so I really need to. You know what? I'll try to make my reinforcer right now. I don't have a crafting table. Can you believe this, chicken? That's what I'm saying. I learned that one of the mobs have a potential chance to steal your armor. I don't know how high the chance is, but I was thinking about getting Curse of Binding just so that will never happen. I mean, like, I don't have to take the armor off if it automatically repairs. I need 2 blocks of diamond. Why did I think I need 1 block of diamond? How many can I make? Oh, this is bad. I need 1 diamond. Okay. If I want to make this level 2 reinforcer, I need 1 more diamond. Just a single piece of diamond and I'll be good. Let's try to find this 1 diamond, I guess. I actually needed more than 1 diamond because I still have to make my 2 pickaxes. But honestly, finding those diamonds wasn't hard at all. I think I'm getting better at this. I think I'm getting better at finding diamonds, especially underwater, specifically underwater. All right, I have all the diamonds that I need. I can even make 2 diamond pickaxes now, which means I can have 1 regular diamond pickaxe with fortune, and then the other one I can have it with silk touch, so I can get ice and all that stuff. I need 1 more night. At least I think I need 1 more night. Hopefully get evolved infected and get these wing membranes, and then that'll be good. I can make the last piece of my armor. And then all I have to do is make a bow. I need to get rid of this book. Like, this book needs to go away. Okay, I just need infected to spawn. The infected spawns. Oh, wait, wait, no way. It's another horde night already? It's not another horde night already, is it? This is bad. I need to find somewhere I can settle down. Another horde night actually happened. Wow. I'm definitely making another pair of pants. There's no way. No food. That's what the shit I can do here. Sit down and have food. I'll probably have to come back for this. Oh my god. Just need food. Nothing right now. Those things are fucking fast. Those things are so fast, man. Just need to make it back to my CPU. If I get touched once, I'm dead. Where the fuck is my CDU? If I don't find the CDU, I'm kind of dead. There it is. Jesus. Why is it still on me? It's right here. Thank you. I was very close to biting the dust. I didn't realize that I have 0 food. I was forced to ride around on the waters, hoping not to get hit once. I lost my CDU at one point, managed to find it thankfully. Those flying ones, they are some hectic things, man. I had to get my food from the dead fish that was just floating on the waters. So day 30, in the morning, I had to get rid of the horde that was floating on the water. But after the horde night was done and the horde was gone, I managed to make my wings. Now I'm capable of making the elytra. I thought I can just craft it, but I found out that you can't just craft it. You have to use a smithing table, which isn't too bad. It doesn't add too much work or anything like that. The sun was setting though, so I went to bed. But in the morning of day 31, I was on land again. And I can't even make the smithing table because I'm missing the ingots that I need just to make it. But that shouldn't be too hard to get. I also still want to make me another pair of pants to get rid of this curse. But really quick, I'm gonna go and get this iron. After getting the iron, I put it inside of my blast furnace and then make my smithing table. And then I crafted the MK2. But I can't even use it because I don't have gunpowder. I added the symbiotic repair thingy on the MK2, and funny thing is, I have never in my life used an elytra. This is the first time that I will ever be able to use an elytra. But I need gunpowder and I need papers I can make rockets. But we'll get with that later. So I make these pair of pants, but I can't make the symbiotic repair because I need more nerves. And for some odd reason, the mod that tells me the recipe to everything does not tell me the recipe to fireworks. So that's just something else that I had to Google. But the next thing that I really had to worry about was getting food because I still have no food at all. Oh yeah, I need food. I need food bad. So first I make my living bow. And then I go get food. Moving around with the elytra feels really weird at first because spamming the space bar doesn't exactly work. It puts you inside of this like weird move or angle. It's just weird using it for the first time. Okay, well, now that I have food, I just need basic infected to spawn so I can get some of those thingies. But tonight I want to try to get some infected so I can get nerves, but I also want creepers too. Tonight was the night that I learned about the mutant reaction thingy, and I learned that it's not just from being infected, but from any damage that I take, I get some kind of negative effect. I wasn't getting any infected spawning. Instead, I was just getting creepers, which yeah, I do need. But I thought, what if I just go to the spot where all the infected had spawned inside of the Horde Night? If I can get back there, I can probably get some nerves and make this symbiotic repairment. At this point, I need 2 of them because I have to add one to my bow and I have to add the other one to the new pair of pants. I managed to get exactly what it was that I needed. The sun was rising and it's now day 32. I go back to where I was standing before and make a few more rockets. And then I make my symbiotic reconstruction. Now I can get rid of the cursed pants. So the next thing I want to do is make the reinforcers. But I'm missing sand, so I have to go to an area with sand. The next thing I would like to do is... I could risk it. Like, there's a risk to it. Okay. No curse. Thank you. But there's still another thing that I have to put on this weapon, which is the cryogenic one. And that will probably have a curse. Great. Well, actually, before I go to the hospital, I should get... I left the CDU. I just remembered that I did that. I need to go get that. I don't know how I completely forgot my CDU in the water over there. Holy... I will say that I've never really used an elytra ever in my life, so using this is kind of difficult. There's no sand. Finally have my rockets, but I still don't know how to fly. So it took me a little bit of time to figure it out. So this is how I use an elytra. This is crazy. I've never used an elytra before. What the... I need sand. Perfect. What happens if I just crash it? Oh, that hurts. Feels good. Feels really good flying. After using an elytra, I feel so spoiled. I don't want to use boats again. I wanted to stay up for creepers, but I didn't feel like dealing with that exactly. So instead, I just went to bed and kept working on trying to make these reinforcers. So on the morning of day 33, I've made my first reinforcer. And then right after that, I made my second, which is the level 2 one. Okay, now I have a level 2 reinforcer. I finally make one of the diamond pickaxes and I add silk touch to it. Frees up just a tiny bit of space now. Now I can pick up ice. And I also need a pickaxe to be able to pick up iron because I need to make more ice canisters. Once I make a little bit of ice canisters, I think I'll be prepared to go into battle. Except not really, because I have no food. I was really low on food and I was really low on ice canisters. Once I got those two things, I felt like I was ready to go into battle. Try to take over that hospital that I had saw way at the beginning of the game. I made another diamond pickaxe to try to pick up the iron, which, to be honest, it really didn't matter, at least right now, because there's no fortune. So they are basically the same thing. Waste of inventory space. But I spend a bit of time just picking up ores. While my iron was smelting, I went to go take out some cows. After that, I finally made me some ice canisters. Not a lot, but it's enough for now. Oh yeah, I need to trade with villagers, don't I? The reason why I want to trade with villagers is I don't even need mending at this point, but it'd be cool to it would be cool to have protection for my armor, because I can still take quite a bit of damage and that's not good. It was starting to get dark, so I made my last few ice canisters and I made me a brand new shield. In the morning of day 34, I went out traveling. While I was flying, I saw another abandoned church, but this one was kind of submerged in water. This was perfect because I can finally get the frozen biomass. I think that's what it's called. I can get the frozen biomass that I need. This way I can make my cryogenic symbiotic thingy and apply it to my weapons. I also saw this weird structure under the church and didn't bother trying to check out what it was. I thought it was just nothing. But I applied the cryogenic thing to my sword and it got a curse. It got unwavering nature. And what that does is if you kill a mob with the sword and it has an infected counterpart, it'll turn infected. Things that don't have an infected counterpart, they'll just die. I knew that it was gonna turn dark soon, so I just waited for sunset. In the morning of day 35, I wanted to get food because I was once again low on food. So I flew over and I took out some chicken, but I was also informed that the churches and other structures, they have secret hidden treasure inside of them. So the place where there was the frozen biomass, there's something down there. This is something I really wish I did know. I wish I did my own research. Efficiency 5, sharpness 5, protection 4, and unbreaking 3. I could have had some pretty nice stuff days ago when I was inside the first church. Not sure if every church spawns this stuff, but think about it. If every church produces this level of enchantments, it's worth risking your life for. I added the efficiency to my regular diamond pickaxe, and I added the protection 4 to my chest piece because it's the chest piece. I also put unbreaking on the regular pickaxe too. I have no use for sharpness, but I'm very happy with this abandoned structure. Can't believe there's even such loot down there and I just never knew. Once I was done inside the church, I got out of there and went to go get some more food. I wanted to stay up tonight and try to get creepers because I'm not trying to travel by boat again. We fly out here. Also, just a little thing that I thought about. I remember seeing a video and someone inside of the comments was like, why is the main weakness for all infection mods fire? I find it funny because this is one of the mods where it's not fire, it's actually ice. Ice is the weakness to the infection. I just thought that was cool. I don't know. But I just stayed up this night trying to take out creepers. Even with this great armor that I have, things almost took a turn. Everywhere. Now look at how many that is. I couldn't handle the heat. I was too close to dying. I had to go to bed. So in the morning of day 36, I cleared out the rest of the mobs that was around the area that I was in. I had a pretty decent amount of gunpowder. Damn, that's a lot of rockets. I didn't even know I would get that much. Why is he walking on the water? We got a lot of rockets, and there was a space nearby that had a megaton of sugarcane, which I was really happy about. Never going low on paper, never going low on sugar. Only thing that I'm consistently worrying about right now is food. Kangaroos should be able to help me handle that, because there's a lot of kangaroos that spawns inside of this biome. But what I want to do now is travel back towards where I spawned and explore the laboratories properly. Loot the stuff that I didn't loot. I did take a quick stop at this biome that spawned a bunch of iron on surface level. It was starting to get dark though, so I took another pit stop and went to bed on a tree. In the morning of day 37, I finally made it back to where I spawned, or nearby where I spawned. The chest that I was looting had a bunch of ice canisters and blue ice inside of them, making my life with the ice canisters a bit easier. But as I was going to the other laboratory, something was way off. I don't know if a hive mind spawned there or what, but I've never seen it. I thought that maybe if I just freeze it and I put some CDU down, it'll make it go away. It also gave me a madness effect. This effect can be really annoying and obnoxious. I need to get this effect off me. Have madness for a while. Once I thought that the infected stuff was done growing, I picked up my CDU and left. There's these things called hot springs, which have, I think it's sulfur. I don't know, whatever this yellow block is. If there's water on top of it, it's a hot spring and it cures anything. I'm hoping a proto hive mine isn't spawning there. If I can find one of the ice bunkers, it will help me and I can get something that I would really value right now. Which those frozen bunkers, they have a secret path inside of them, and they have a an ender chest. An ender chest can help me out significantly with space. Traveling the night sky, not having to worry about anything, and I'm going at a really fast speed too. It's great. I love it. But I was running out of rockets, so I had to land and try to get some creepers. I wanted to stay up and do that, but I didn't want to risk a bunch of infected spawning, so I went to bed. In the morning of day 38, I took out the mobs that was there. There were a few creepers that spawned, thankfully, so things weren't too bad. My shield, however, did end up breaking. Probably take out these moose over here. After taking out the mobs, I went to go take out the moose. I would be cooking all this food that I'd be getting, but I'm just trying not to waste time. I'm trying to save as much time as I possibly can. I flew out for a long distance looking for another frozen ocean, but I had to make a quick stop in order to make some more rockets. After searching for like a day and a half, I finally found one. These bunkers are amazing. They got food, they have armor, but I don't really care about the armor. The food though, and the secret path that they have inside of it. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do some kind of buttons or I just have to break through it, but I break through it. They also have iron blocks, but I don't want to take those iron blocks. I'm gonna keep it there. I just put it away. But inside the walls, there's an ender chest and a CDU. The ender chest is the main thing that I want from here because I can finally have inventory space. I can finally have some inventory space, man. Holy. Let's go, man. I've been wanting this for so long. I should cook this food, but I don't really feel like it. I'm gonna regret that, but that's okay. I'll just get all this smelted iron, and then I'll go out there and try to kill creepers, kill spiders. But I really need creepers right now more than anything. That way I can make some more rockets and I can fly around. I need to fly to the hospital next. That is the next destination that I got. Yes, sir. You know, a lot of people want me to get the backpack mod, but the reason I never do that is just because I don't want to use the backpack mod. Once my iron was done smelting and I got the rest of the resources inside of the bunker, I wanted to stay out for the night to get creepers. I was running low on rockets again. So when I was about to go out after making my shield, I saw that it was daylight. It is now the morning of day 39. I wasn't able to get creepers like I wanted to, but I'm still gonna go to the hospital. So in the middle of day 39, I made it to the hospital. Flying is very convenient. It probably would have taken me, I don't know how many days just to reach here if I was on foot or inside the water. But I start off by disinfecting the roof, getting rid of all the fungi on top of the building. You know, I should have made some more CDU before I came here, but it's kind of too late now. So if things go smoothly here, I would like to try to get protection from the other village. Gonna go down though. After starting from the roof, I went down to the bottom. There is a light switch somewhere inside the building. I think it's inside of the basement. But this hospital had a lot of things. Oh, and this hospital also holds one of the key items that I need. Actually, two of the key items that I need. Really, one of them. It's a, what is it called? I have to check. It's called a zooholic. What it does is it checks if there's a proto hive mind somewhere inside of the area, making it easier for me to take those things out. That's the only thing that makes it easy. Getting to it can still be really, really complicated, but it was starting to get dark, so I went to bed. It's day 40, and with my CDU on the roof, I don't think it covers all the floors on the hospital. It probably covers half the building, but even then, there's some infected that spawns in a hospital that doesn't take damage from the CDU. There were floors that I wanted to get to that I had no idea how to get to, and I didn't want to just break through the windows or anything like that. So I was quite confused on how to get in there. But eventually I find the staircase that leads me to the other floors, which involved even more food and golden apples and stuff like that. The CDU does prevent the infected from evolving though. Like the immune ones, if they were to evolve, they will die, which I completely forgot about. The hospital also had a library, which was great because if I needed a lectern, I could just get a lectern from there. Also books, which makes getting fortune a lot easier. I had no idea how to get inside of here. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to just break through here, but I just did it. It's the only door that I've broken into, but this floor was destroyed because of creepers. But I eventually found the zooholic that I needed. There was also an incubator, but I have no idea what the incubator is supposed to be used for. I kind of just kept it because I thought that the zooholic wouldn't work without the incubator. Now the zooholic or the incubator won't work unless you put certain parts inside of them. You need 4 things for the zooholic to work, and getting those things isn't hard because they're practically all inside of the hospital, which is the cerebrum, mutated heart, and 2 innards. I was looking for the stuff that I needed before it was gonna be dark, but I couldn't find them in time, so I went to bed. In the morning, I found exactly what it was that I needed inside of the library. There was a chest on top of the bookshelf. Once I got that, then I picked up some books and a lectern and I left the hospital. I went to the village that was right next to the hospital. This is where I'm gonna try to get my protection and fortune from. Also, for the incubator to work, you need biomass. I think the zooholic also needs biomass, and I wasn't exactly sure how to get that, but getting it honestly isn't hard. I spent the rest of day 41 trying to get protection or power 5. Fortune would also be great too, but at the moment I'm worrying a little bit more about protection, mainly because I think a horde night is going to be soon, or I could just be extremely paranoid. But I wasn't getting anything great, so I had went to bed once it was dark. I'm on the side of the bed. What? Day 42, I kept trying to get a villager to give me what it is that I wanted. Eventually, I got exactly what I wanted, which was protection 3, but I needed 20 emerald, and I needed to get that 20 emerald before it was dark outside. I flew to a nearby forest trying to get as many logs as I possibly can. I spent all the daylight I had getting as much sticks as I can. It was getting dark, so I flew to the village. I assumed the villager wouldn't re-roll if I spoke to him as soon as he woke up. That wasn't the case. He fucking switched. Of all things I wanted this guy to do, that was not on the list. So there goes my day 43. I spent all of day 43 trying to get protection again. Protection 3, protection 4, didn't matter the price. I just needed my protection. They weren't doing that. It's day 44, still not getting that. It made me so incredibly angry. I don't want fucking loyalty, respiration, whatever the serpent charmer, sweeping edge. I don't give a fuck. Just give me my protection. Like, you had the right enchantment. I hate when they do this shit. Like, why do you just re-roll? Can you just give me protection? Is that actually not possible or what? Arrow piercing 1 again. Yeah. All right, the next enchantment, I swear, if it's not protection, I'm wiping out this whole place. You got one more time. I really had to wipe out this entire village because of that one villager. That is such a shame. So I ended up wiping out the entire village. They had to feel my wrath. It just had to be done, okay? I wouldn't feel satisfied otherwise. So now I need to find another village. I should probably double check and make sure that I don't have any horde night happening. The water isn't red, so. But I'm also low on rockets, so I need to stay up at night and try to get as many creepers as I can. At one moment, it did get a little bit too hectic. I just started taking way too much damage. I think 30 gunpowder is enough for now. There was just too many skeletons, so I had to go to sleep. In the morning of day 45, I continued wiping out the mobs that was around there, trying to get all the creepers and just cleaning up the regular mobs in general. How much XP do you have? Now, while flying out looking for another village, I saw yet another church. Except this wasn't actually a new church. It was the church that I was at before, the first one that I visited. So I went down to the underground part and looted the chest. The chests have the same exact enchantments as the other church, meaning that all churches have the same thing. So if I were to find 4 churches, then I have 4 Protection 4 books. Pretty crazy to think about. This Protection 4 I put on my pants, and I added efficiency to my pickaxe. After I was done with the church, I went out trying to get yak because yak drops a lot of beef and I need a lot of beef to make biomass. That way I can activate my Zoaholic in my incubator. I spent all day traveling looking for a village, and by the time I found the village, it was already really dark out. So once I got to the village, I just immediately went to sleep. In the morning of day 46, I cleaned up the mobs that spawned around me. I don't know what it is with skeleton. I feel like skeleton spawn rate is high just to annoy you. But after wiping them out, I kind of wanted infinity to go on my bow, but I feel like that'll be way too broken to have an automatic repairing thing plus infinity, knowing that you can't have mending plus infinity. So I didn't bother getting infinity. I spent a great deal of time trying to get the villager to give me protection. When I was about to go get some flint to make some fletching tables, I saw one of the guards fighting off infected. I had to make sure he didn't turn because if he turned, I would have offed him right there. Now I continue getting my flint and I make my 2 fletching tables. By the time I do that, it's already sunset and it's time for me to go to bed. But I have to make sure this villager doesn't go to bed himself. Otherwise, he's probably going to re-roll. I assume that's what re-rolls them, is them going to bed, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a percentage. So it's day 47 now, and I have to make sure that the Fletchers actually want to trade sticks for emerald and not emerald for arrow. After getting that out the way, I check if the librarian still wants to give protection, and he does. So I trade some sticks, and just like that, I get my first protection 2. I apply protection 2 to the helmet first. I spent all day collecting wood and trying to trade for sticks. One of the Fletchers increased the price for God knows what reason, and that made me angry. So I had to take him out once it was nighttime. Now, I was gonna go to bed, but I couldn't do that. Stop getting skeleton. That'd be amazing. See shit. I just need torches. That is all I need. So I can be able to see properly. Forgot weeping angels were even a thing, so this makes things quite more difficult for me. Gotta do something about that. I could have sworn I had a CD in here. I don't. Let's not get hit by that guy. That thing I gotta take out. Jeez. The Horror Night wasn't that bad considering I have 5 CDU surrounding me. But there's now a lot of infected land around me, and for day 48, I want to clean that up. Or try to clean as much of it as I can up. I'm also pretty sure there's some infected lingering around too, so I have to pick up my CDU and move that to where they are. There didn't seem to be that much infected land though. But there was enough infected land to take me just a little bit of time cleaning this up. I don't know what these things are. The ones that deal so much damage to me or puts this crazy effect on me. I have no idea what that is. But I want to kill them from a distance for obvious reasons. So I pretty much spent all of day 48 trying to clean up this land. But when I thought I was done, I saw on the side of the mountain, there was a lot more. So I want to clean up this whole mountainside because with this much, it seems like it's rapidly infecting the land. It can probably take over the whole forest really, really quickly. But before cleaning this, I want to go back to the village and get the protection books that I want. Plus it was getting dark anyway, so I didn't have any time to try to clean it up. So it's day 49 now, and I need to continue getting wood. That way I can get emerald and get the protection books that I need. I don't want protection 4 right now because it's gonna take way too long getting that. That's too many books. Instead, I'm gonna make my helmet protection 3, and then I'm gonna get one more and add that to my boots. So that's pretty much all day 49 consisted of. In day 50, I got the last protection book that I needed. All right, well, I don't have protection 4 on everything, but I think this is better than nothing, and I'm ready to start crafting towards other stuff. We also need to clean up that land, and I also want to make a bunch of milky sacks, so I'm going to do that. But I gotta find a cow first. So with the milky sacks, unironically, these things are supposed to cure you. It removes all effects, all negative effects. It's like a milk bucket, but on crack. The infection, you can't get rid of it with regular milk. Why is that there? So many hits. Once I was done making that, I wanted to get back to the area where the infection was taking over. But I kind of got lost in the process. I didn't know where I was going, and it also started raining. But on my way, I did find a broken nether portal that had golden carrots inside of it. It was starting to get dark, and I slept. In the morning of day 51, I found the infected land. Now I just have to clean all of this up before it gets really, really bad. It's already kind of bad, but it can get worse. A lot worse, honestly. I gotta make sure this guy's stay the fuck away from me with how much damage he does to me. He has high potential to kill me. Come back to this area, do what I need to do, but for now I need to make some more CDU and probably some more rockets too. So after cleaning up as much as I can, I went back to the village trying to make some more CDU because the 5 CDU that I had wasn't enough. I also needed some more rockets too, and I had plenty of gunpowder at the time, but it was starting to get dark, so I couldn't make the CDU. Day 52, I continue trying to craft as much CDU as I can. The more CDU, the better. So that's exactly what I spent all of day 52 doing, making as much CDU as I can. And after all that time, I made a grand total of 3 CDU. Not impressive, but it's still something. So after I made my last CDU, I make it back to the infected site. But by the time I made it there, it was sunset, so I couldn't do much work. I had to just sleep. For day 53, I just continued cleaning. I also got this message too. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. I honestly never know what the messages mean. I still don't know what they mean, but I managed to clean up what I assume is all of the infected land. So there's no more infected land. I'm free to go. Took all day doing that, and I checked to see if there was going to be a horde night. There wasn't any horde night. So instead of wasting away a day, I want to try to fly back to the hospital or the village that I wiped out. Once I managed to do that, I landed and went to bed. Why is there so many skeletons? Oh yeah, I did kill this entire village, didn't I? I completely forgot. It's day 54 and it's finally time to see if there's any proto hive minds that has spawned. Is it time for me to go to war? Also, I have no idea what the incubator does. I've tried numerous of things. Like I said before, I only had it because I assumed the Zoaholic needed it, but I just don't know what it's used for. There's actually none around. There was nothing. There was no proto hive mind. I assumed that I was about to have this big ass war, but there was nothing. So I wasn't exactly sure what am I supposed to do next. And every single time I use the Zoaholic, I have a madness effect. Wondering what I'm gonna do next, I found out very quickly what it is that I'm gonna be doing next. Words could not explain. I was just sitting there in silence, staring at my screen. I really just did something incredibly dumb. My ender chest with all of my stuff inside of there is gone. And now I have to find another frozen bunker to try to get another ender chest. So that's what I did. I flew out looking for yet another frozen bunker. I had plenty of rockets to keep going. I flew all the way until sunrise. I was just flying endlessly, non-stop. When the sun was rising on day 55, I did find an abandoned laboratory. So hey, that's just another CDU to the collection, but I still don't have a frozen bunker. My armor was nearly broken. Still flying around until it was dark, but it started snowing and I can't see very well when it's snow plus nighttime, so I had to go to bed. But my armor was in such shambles that I had to walk on land again, use boats again. But day 56, there was a thunderstorm happening. So I was once again forced to go to bed. It's day 57 and my armor is inside of absolute shambles. I can't fly. If I fly, my armor breaks. I'm forced to just walk on land and use boats again until my armor repair itself. At least enough to make me fly. So I started flying again at the night of day 57. But I had to once again land somewhere, take a little break, repair my armor. I also wanted some more gunpowder so I could have more rockets. I was using a lot of rockets traveling. I was traveling so far looking for a frozen ocean, trying to just get this frozen bunker. It was hard. It was like the world was against me. It just didn't want me to have another ender chest. But day 58, I find an abandoned church, which means another protection 4 book. So I add protection 4 to my boots since my helmet already had protection 3. We have some really strong armor now, but let's not get too cocky. Can probably still get one shot. So I left the church and just continued flying. It took me all the way until nighttime just to find another ice biome. Finally, an ice biome. Holy shit. It only took me like, you know, a few fucking days. What? Why is a horde night happening? But I completely forgot. A horde night has a potential chance to spawn. So another horde night was happening. I'm not too afraid of horde nights until there's now a chance of a boss spawning. Then I'm quite terrified of a horde night. But regular horde nights, I just surround myself with CDU. All of the enemies die. Some of them still manage to touch me, but nothing too crazy or notable. Finally, I found one. I had to travel all the way to 20,000 or negative 20,000, but I fucking found one. Where am I? Like negative 25,000. Like, where's the entrance? But I have no rockets, meaning I'm gonna have to spend the night getting gunpowder, which is just amazing. We're on day 59 right now. I'm gonna take this too. So now we have 9 CDU. To be honest, I don't think I need any more CDUs. I'm not even gonna bother making any, but I might need it. So just to be safe, I'm gonna keep the string. So since I ran through all of my rockets trying to find this bunker, I have to stay at night and try to get some more gunpowder. So I stayed up for the night, killing as many creepers as I possibly can. Managed to get a whole stack of gunpowder just that night. Very cool. Very good. After making my rockets, I had to travel all the way back to the hospital. While I was doing that, I found the pillager's mansion. I don't know what's useful inside of these things, so I just left it alone. I didn't bother going through it or trying to loot it or anything like that. It's a mansion. Pillager's mansion. Oh. I don't think there's anything interesting in there, so won't bother. I just need to quickly get home. I flew as much as I can, but my armor was starting to break again. Had to take a break from flying, so I went to bed. On day 61, I just continued traveling, but I was using boats and just walking on land again. Very boring stuff. I hate walking. I swear, this elytra stuff has really spoiled me. I just never want to walk across land again. I never want to use boats. I just want to fly across the land and get to where I want to be. Once I had enough durability on my chest piece, I started flying again. I flew until sunset and went to bed. In the morning of day 62, I continued flying a bit and found another abandoned laboratory. I didn't pick up the CDU this time because I felt like I had enough CDU. I didn't bother, but I finally make it back to the village where I was. We're back at the base. Let's go. After much traveling. So now what I want to do is see how exactly this works. Like, what if I just fill it with, why do I have, whatever. No anomaly. I want to know what this is for. Like, does it just give me madness to give me madness? Do I gain anything out of having madness? Okay, there might be an anomaly somewhere at the other spot. Maybe. So let's try to go there, why don't we? There it goes. Why is it unfrozen? Whoa. Hold up. This isn't good. Why? I just threw away my biomass. Oh my god. I need biomass. This is bad. This is really bad. I might die. I need to figure out things quickly. Okay, I'll come back here. I need to find beef or yak immediately. I need to make this quick. I just threw away my biomass. I might be able to go get it in time, actually. I forgot that this thing required biomass. I don't know what the fucking incubator is supposed to do. Day 62. Can I even sleep? There's some yak right here, too. Oh, they're gonna save me a lot of time, so I'm gonna have to take it out. Alright. Did I leave my crafting table? Oh, there's wood right here. Who cares, man? This is what I've been preparing for. I might have to make me another shield too because, yeah, what am I doing? I need to make a shield. There we go. I gotta prepare for this battle here. If there is a big battle that's about to happen. But let's make it quick. I also really need to cook this food. Well, there's a regular furnace here. I guess that works. So I was fully prepared to go to war. Mentally, at least. I just had to get food. So I went to the village right next to me and I took a furnace and I turned that furnace into a smoker and just started cooking my food. I also tried to feed a leopard, a sleeping leopard. He didn't take it though. I cooked as much food as I could possibly make. I didn't have any coal, but I finally make it back to the site and check if there's an anomaly. -26. Turns out there actually is, but I cannot stop making mistakes. I did it again. I used the wrong pickaxe. Fuck me. Whatever. I'll worry about things later. What is this? Easy. Oh shit, that hurt. It's right there. For now, I don't have time to worry about getting another ender chest. First, I have to try to regulate or control whatever the hell is going on over here. I don't know what happened to the boss. He was there 1 second and then he just completely disappeared the next. But I don't know what this dome is supposed to be for. I don't know how quickly it spawned. I don't know anything. I know there's a proto hive mind within it, but how deep? It was starting to get dark and I wanted to sleep, but I couldn't sleep. And the reason why I couldn't sleep is because I have the uneasy effect. This is where the milky sacs come into play. I managed to get rid of the uneasiness and go to bed. For day 64, I wanted to keep trying to take out the dome or just tear it apart or something. I just have to do something here, man. But none of this stuff was easy to me. It was very complicated. I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do in the first place or where to even start. It's like, sure, I take apart the dome. Then what? All of the biomass is just falling, so it's gonna pile up. I wanted to make more CDU. I think that would be the safest thing to do, but I can't exactly do that because I lost my ender chest for making the same mistake. Jesus Christ. All that from trying to mine that, huh? Yeah, I actually just can't mine that. Looks like I'm gonna need more CDU, which I can't even make because I accidentally broke my thing with the wrong pickaxe yet again, like a fucking moron. Whoa. And just climbs the wall like it's fucking nothing. Fucking dome is broken, but it's a lot of work ahead of me. And I can't exactly get what I need considering I broke my ender chest yet again. I'm gonna have to find yet another bunker. And the closest one is fucking 20,000 blocks away. This whole thing was a mess. So instead of going the negative axis to try to find a frozen bunker, I'm gonna go to positive axis this time. Maybe there's gonna be one way closer inside of the positive axis rather than the negative axis. So all of my sugarcane is inside of the chest too, meaning I can't really make more rockets unless I find sugarcane. But I found this weird structure and I'm not sure what it is. I don't even know what it's called, but it's another one of the infected structures. For some odd reason, this structure spawned a bunch of creepers, just a megaton of them. It was too dark to do anything, so I just went to bed. In the morning, I tried to clean up around it and see what kind of hidden treasure this building have. Is there like a spawner nearby or something? Never seen this many creepers in my life. I can't even loot it. That was fucking weird. What the fuck? Why is there so many? Why are they still spawning? Let me just pick up my CDU and get out of here. In the end, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the risk. It was just a chest full of innards or parts. While traveling, I did find some sugarcane, which is good, meaning I can make some more rockets. With the ice biome that I found, I wasn't sure if I've been there before, considering it looked really familiar. I also found this structure. I don't know what it's called, but I found one that was just spawned in the air. I continued traveling all the way until it was dark, and then I went to bed. It was snowing, so I couldn't see. In the morning of day 66, I picked up some sugarcane and continued traveling. Thankfully, I found another bunker. Found this one a lot quicker than I found the other one. It took me like, what, 2 days to get this one? All right, this is the third ender chest that I get. Like, let's not make this mistake again, please. Let's try to make some more CDU too. Because I need to. I'm at 6 right now. This is 7 right here. So I have a total of 7 CDU. And we can have quite a bit more. I'm just gonna always keep this pickaxe in my inventory or hotbar. It seems to be the only safe way. After picking up another ender chest and another CDU, I went out again, but I couldn't fly for long because the durability on my armor was dying again. So I had to walk on foot, which I kind of wish I made a boat because I was walking on ice. I could have been traveling at sonic speed. I think that traveling on a boat on ice blocks is more fun than traveling with an elytra. But I just traveled until it was dark and then went to bed. For day 67, I made it back to the base. There was still no anomaly inside of the base though, which is good, meaning I can just comfortably make CDU here. There was a random evolved infected somewhere inside of the village. I don't know when it got there or how it got there. I also got a random message yet again. I thought that, maybe a proto hive mind actually spawned. It did. One just spawned here. This only makes my life way harder. Instead of having to worry about one proto hive mind, I have to worry about 2 of them now. I'm running low on iron and I'm running low on rockets. I can't make any CDU because, well, I don't have any iron. But I do want to try to take out this proto hive mind as soon as I possibly can. So for day 68, I decided to try and dig down towards the proto hive mind before it creates yet another dome or infect land like crazy. I thought it was gonna be easy, but that wasn't exactly the case because I didn't know if I was just gonna be okay or not. And plus, mobs kept spawning on the staircase that I was on, that I created. That wasn't much so as, I'm gonna die, but more so, it's just annoying. I thought that it was maybe because it was dark outside, so I went to bed. For day 69, I dropped inside of the cave. I was trying to look around as quickly as I possibly could, trying to see if I can find this proto hive mind. I wasn't even really sure what the proto hive mind looked like, but I started getting paranoid and I wanted to get out of there as soon as possible. When I did that, I almost made another mistake. Jeez. So going there was pretty much a waste of time. I didn't know how far I had to go underground just for the proto hive mind. And another thing that happens, and it's not like the Zoaholic is wrong or anything like that. The Zoaholic doesn't tell you exactly where it is, but it gives you the area, I guess, or as close as it possibly can. And you know for a fact a proto hive mind is there if you keep getting the madness effect. That just don't go away. It just stays there. That's probably one of the most annoying growing things, but I saw another crater. I thought that maybe the proto hive mind was in there, but the crater wasn't deep enough and I didn't feel like exploring that either. But we're 69 days in and I still don't have a house or a base. I've always wanted to make my place out of quartz, but I just never go in the nether. And I know the hospital, that's made out of quartz. So I'm gonna tear down some of the walls at the hospital and use that in order to make my house. I'll reinforce the house so it doesn't, you know, get broken into or anything like that. I decided I was gonna make my base or house near one of the villages. I know I'm supposed to be taking out the hive mind, but I just got tired of not having an actual home. Honestly, I think I suck at building houses because I always use like the most basic design possible. I want to get better at building. I definitely do, but I can't lie. I dig the way it looks. You know, the simplistic type of thing that I create. I dig it a lot. Sometimes simple is best. I kept building until sunset and then I went to bed. I woke up continuing to build. I had to go out and get sand for the roof. I'm not gonna use windows or glass windows because I want to be able to shoot out or hit out of the house because obviously it's gonna be surrounded. There's gonna be enemies. I have to attack them and clean them up somehow. Now, while I was building, I got this message. Great, another one is spawned. I'll check where it is in a second. If I just have my place filled with CDU, it'd be fine, but it doesn't really matter for the rest of the world. So there's 3 of them that I have to take out. I assume that another one has spawned already, and I was gonna check later. I was too busy trying to build my house. I kind of forgot about it until the next day because I just kept building until it was dark. So on day 71, after building a bit more and reinforcing the entirety of what I have at the moment, I check and see if another hive mind have spawned. Pretty good. We still only have to worry about 2 of the proto hive minds, meaning I could just keep building comfortably for now, unless there's going to be a horde night. I wanted to make a reinforced door. That way my door doesn't get blown up, because if they somehow manage to break in the house and, you know, all get in there, even though I'll have a bunch of CDU, possibility they can still somehow get inside and touch me once. Let's just try to keep the risk as low as I possibly can. But all I did for the rest of the day was just wait for my glass to be made. On day 72, I wanted to put the leopard inside of the house, but the opening of the house wasn't big enough. I didn't feel like removing the reinforced blocks, so I just kind of left. I needed iron though, that way I could get a remover. It's pretty much the only way that you can actually remove the reinforced blocks. You can't pick up reinforced blocks at all. It's not breakable unless you have a block remover, which it just requires a pair of shears and then I think like 2 iron after that. But I also needed iron to get the reinforced door. Once I got what I thought was enough iron, I went back to the house, but I was low by literally 1. I was checking around to see if there was 1 iron ore somewhere, and I almost got teleported by a weeping angel. Okay. That would have been pretty bad if I got teleported just now. For now though, I'll just use a regular iron door until I get enough to make the reinforced one. And instead of using pressure plates, I use buttons. I never really use a button. I think they're kind of ugly, but I just wanted to try something different rather than use pressure plates. I just keep building until it was time to go to bed. Day 73, my roof is finally complete. Now I have the whole place reinforced except for the door. Once I was done with the building stuff, I made some food and then I made me another CDU. I'm glad I did go out though, because I found another hive mind. Maybe this is the hive mind that spawned when I was told to endure. This one was pretty easy to get to. Maybe because I got to it early. I don't know. All right. Oh, there it is right there. Whoa. One of the hive minds taken out. Okay. CDU can kill the hive mind, but that's only one of the hive minds out of the 3 hive minds. There's another one. Okay, so there's 2 of them that was here. That's not exactly good now, is it? That gets in the water there, that's gonna be really bad. I don't know how much damage that thing will do either. I'll have to come back. Out of my bed. There was a giant fish boss though. He's not as intimidating as he is inside of the water, obviously, but when he's on land, he's just kind of a tank. He's just very slow. However, I couldn't kill the boss in time, so I had to just leave. I didn't have my bed on me since my bed was still inside the house, so I had to fly all the way back to my house just to go to bed. In the morning of day 74, I cleaned up the mobs around my house. Once I was done cleaning up, I made some more rockets and then I flew back over by the boss. When I got there, the boss was dead. I guess it died because of the CDU that I left there. I don't know, but thankfully the boss was dead. There's 3 new bosses, which is the fish one, some flying one, and a giant ass cube. Out of all of them, I would probably say that the flying one and the cube is the scariest for me. But dealing with this hive mind is very, very difficult. I killed one of the things that kept giving me the uneasy effect, and it dropped something called the Eye of the Vigil. Okay. The Eye of the Vigil. What can I do with this? Whoa. I wasn't sure what it did, but I right-clicked and it just showed where all the infected is. Just look at this. Look at how much is underground. So I knew if I wanted it to get to this hive mind safely, I would need more of these vigils. That's a boss. I need more of those eyes. Make my life a lot easier. I need to take out this boss. This goes pretty deep underground. I need to find a cow and pretty quick. I want to kill this other boss that spawned, but I don't have any more milky sacks, so I need cows. So I want to quickly go out, get cows, and then I'll come back and once again try to get to this hive mind. While traveling, I found this burnt abandoned structure and it had baked apples inside of it. That was the only good thing inside of it, was baked apples. Baked apples is a part of the burnt mod. It's very filling. I couldn't sleep just because I had the uneasy effect on me and I didn't have any milky sacks. Milk doesn't work, but I also didn't have milk. But there were hot springs around, so I went to the hot spring instead and that got the effect off of me. Gonna try to find some cow. Definitely gonna need it. While I'm away, I'll probably try to find some more iron too so I can make some CDU. Because I really do need it. I don't see any cow. But I want to handle that boss while I can, so... Wait, did he travel on land? Is he up here now? He is. Okay. Those are not homey. Good to know. I'm trying to set this to max. Can't fucking see. No clue if he fucking blew up my CDU either. Jesus Christ. Okay, this guy is dangerous. This guy is really fucking dangerous. Is he dead? He's dead now. Holy. Not even close. Is he dead? Sure as hell hope so. I'm gonna need more rockets. A lot more rockets. I will say, handling bosses 20 times easier compared to last year where I was doing this mod. The CDU makes things infinitely easier inside of the game, even though I don't think it's safe at all. If I could get another one of those eyes, that'll be fantastic. But I have another idea. Might work. If I get caught down there, it's gonna be really, really bad news. There was a clear opening on getting underground, but you couldn't see the hive mind. I still had no idea how deep the hive mind really was. Since you can kill the hive mind with CDU, it makes things a bit easier. But again, I have no idea where the hive mind even is. By where, I mean how deep underground I have to go for the hive mind. That being said, still can't really go underground because it's as if the infected knows what I'm trying to do and they want to prevent me from getting to this hive mind. It doesn't help that a bunch of drowned spawns. That's probably one of the most annoying things, is an army of drowned and some of them having tridents. What? What is that? What is that? What was that? That was weird. That's very weird. Okay. All right. Things aren't looking good right now. I really need rockets because it's not full on water down there. I'm gonna go to some place. Well, I don't even think that's a good idea. I think it'd be really stupid if I do the thing in my head, but I might not have a choice. I assumed that tonight would be a horde night after making a bit more rockets. So I went out looking for a boat in the middle of the water, but instead I found this log. I was right that it was going to be a horde night. And the reason why I don't want a horde night on land is because if that happens, there is a super high chance of another proto hive mind spawning. I'm not trying to deal with that. I'd rather take the easy route. So I'm going to sit here on my little log and just defend. I don't have any more CDU, so we only have 4 CDU to our name right now. Let's just hope that none of them spawn on that land over there, which they probably will. So I'm gonna extend out a little bit. How the fuck are y'all even touching me right now? This thing's not full. I have more madness right now, which I don't think is fun. This is why I wanted a cow, so I can get milk and be able to cure my... How is he doing that? How is he doing that? We're definitely gonna need a lot more CDU, which is very fun. These guys gotta go. I gotta go, man. The reason why I don't want to be at my base is because I just don't want another hive mind to spawn. Plus, there is potential for a boss to spawn right now inside of the horde night. Why do I have infection 4? That guy is just charging at me. And something tells me that 4 CDU is done enough. I'm gonna have to be working overtime here to get this all cleaned up. I really need rockets. That's my biggest problem right now. I'm glad my paranoia actually worked out this time. I'm guessing there was gonna be a horde night. Oh, the fuck was that? we're probably gonna need more, ow. Whatever it's called. Oh my god, he's invisible. Oh, we might need more arrows, but... It's day 76 now. I want to spend the night getting as many creepers as I can. If I can get gunpowder and be able to feel a lot safer. I also need iron steel too. I guess while it's daytime, I can try to get that so I can make a lot more CDU. Surviving the horde night wasn't hard. I still want to stay up at night and get a bunch of creepers, as many creepers as I can, and I also still need iron, that way I can make these CDU that I need. I regret saying that I have enough CDU way earlier. I should have been trying to get as much CDU as I possibly could. That one that I ignored inside the laboratory, I regret ignoring that one too. But I did find the small area to mine in. It wasn't a lot of iron, but it was enough. I also found some diamonds too, which honestly, I have no use for diamonds. I really do not need any, but it's good to collect some. Free XP, I guess. Even though I don't really need that either. I mean, you can't really just ignore diamonds when you see them, even if you don't need it. By the time I was done mining, it was now nighttime. I also got another message too. I swear, if another one just spawned, I'm gonna lose my mind. I checked to see if another proto hive mind had spawned, and again, it didn't. So I genuinely don't know what exactly this message means. For once, I actually don't get madness for using this thing. Let's try to get creepers now because I really need that. Try to get more iron later. Now I just have to stay up this night and get the creepers that I want. After staying up that night, I only managed to get 33 gunpowder. The creepers were busy killing each other with their own explosions. But 33 is still a lot. That will give me over a stack of rockets. Somewhere in day 77, I finally managed to get a cow and I made milky sacks. I forgot to mention, but you can only stack 8 of them, which is annoying. You can't stack more than that. 8 is a stack, so it kind of takes up inventory space. Otherwise, I would definitely hold way more milky sacks. That is so weird. Why? Like, it could have been any other name. Any other name. But I made 2.5 stacks of them. So now I don't have to worry about that for a bit. I still need quite a bit of iron though, so I want to continue mining for that. So I mined for iron until it was dark outside, and then I stayed up another night to get more creepers just to be safe, get as many rockets as I possibly can. Didn't manage to get that much. I think I have a total of 40, but I really don't want to spend a multitude of days just trying to get iron or anything like that when I could be trying to take out this hive mine. After staying up another night getting creepers, I wanted to look for a village and get a blast furnace. I don't know why I just never bring my own blast furnace. I just don't think about it. But on day 78, the village that I found didn't have a blast furnace, and I also got attacked by a tiger. I genuinely hate tigers in this game. Very annoying. If they were cool like leopards, that'd be amazing. So I left that village and I stumbled upon this mountain, this frozen mountain. I guess it'd be a frozen mountain or just a regular mountain with snow on it. It's one of those places that have iron on the surface, so it's really easy to collect. So I spent a deal of time getting iron from there. Once I was done collecting stuff from the snow mountain, I left and stumbled upon another area, the biome that spawns a shit ton of iron on the surface. Even more than the mountain. I wish I could get these types of biomes really early on so I don't have to worry about this stuff later. I wanted to go to bed this night, but I couldn't because I didn't bring my bed. So I had to fly out and look for a village again just to sleep. For day 79, I made it back to the mountain that I was at because I saved the coordinates. Honestly, I didn't really do much this day besides just collect iron, make a blast furnace, collect more iron, made a few rockets. I wanted to make CDU, but I just wasn't able to do that this day. So after sunset and I went to bed, it's day 80. Day 80, I was actually able to make a few CDU. I think I made like 4 of them, but I was running out of sugarcane, so I went out to search for sugarcane. While looking for sugarcane, I did find another abandoned laboratory. Great, another CDU. The area that I was in, it had a few things of sugarcane, and I also found another frozen bunker, which is great because that means yet another CDU inside of my inventory. In fact, I found 2 frozen bunkers. Pretty lucky, but it was snowing and I wanted to be able to see, so I went to bed. Day 81, I killed some creepers in the morning, and I got some more sugarcane. Found yet another abandoned laboratory, which is great. Again, more CDU. I was lost. I had no idea where I was going, but thankfully I found where it was that my stuff was at. I even tried checking footage to see the coordinates, and I thought I'd never marked down the coordinates, which I actually did mark them down. I don't know how I genuinely don't know how I lost that footage, or I didn't see. I'm just kind of blind because I had the coordinates from when I first got to this spot in the first place, but I made it back and the sun was setting. Day 82. In the morning, I made me another CDU, but I wanted to finally figure out what was this incubator used for. After seeing my weapon go inside of the incubator, I went inside of another world to see what exactly this does. And I found out that the incubator basically repairs your armor and weapons if it's living weapons or infected weapons or tools, just infected living tools in general. Basically, those times where I had to not use my elytra because I was afraid of it breaking, I could have just stuck it inside of the incubator, got all the HP back, and continued flying. I can pretty much fly infinitely. Only took me like 60 days or something like that, 50 days, but finally got it. I was close to throwing it away. Now that I had all this CDU, it was time for me to make my way back to the infected dome, or the original hive mind. While I was out flying, I found this. I don't even know what this structure is. It didn't have anything useful, so it just looks cool, but nothing great inside of it. But it was starting to get dark, so I slept. Day 83. I found some sugarcane and also a broken nether portal. I was almost teleported by a weeping angel. Would have been pretty bad if I were to lose my pickaxe. I don't know why there's some weeping angels that you actually just cannot attack, even with the diamond pickaxe. Maybe I need netherite or something, I don't know. But I finally made it back to the original hive mind, and it seems like things got worse. No surprise there. I wanted to go down underwater and try to see if I can get to this thing, but again, the amount of drown that spawns is just outrageous. Things were starting to get so bad that my frames finally start to drop. I won't lie, this is actually a really big improvement from the last optimization of the mod, because the last time when there was a multitude of infected land and infected in general, the game was lagging so incredibly bad. But with the way things were at the moment, I couldn't bother trying to go in there. I needed a plan, so I went back home to sleep. In the morning of day 84, I made me some more rockets and I cooked some food. When I got back to the infected site, it seemed even worse. So I tried to clean off the outskirts of it to make the infected area smaller, if that makes any sense. I really only wanted to focus on one area. I didn't want the outside world to just have way more infected land going on, especially with all the water around. The water actually makes this harder. It's harder to see and it's harder to navigate. And who knows how many bosses is underground, because there's just constant explosions going off down there. The madness effect, that being a constant, is just absurdly annoying. While I was trying to find an entrance of some sort, this guy came back out of nowhere. It's like he just appeared out of literal thin air. As I said before, these battles are infinitely easier with the CDU. The battles will probably take like 5 days just to kill them, or maybe kill them, because there's no guarantee that I would survive. I also saw these weird creatures underwater, and this is part of what I mean by the water is more of a hindrance than it is something that will help me out. It's just not beneficial. How? What are they even throwing at me? Oh yeah. I just wish the hive mind didn't spawn near a bunch of water. Once I killed whatever those strange creatures were under the water, I flew back home to try and sleep, but I couldn't because tonight was gonna be a horde night. And I couldn't fly very far either. So I had to once again touch down on some ice and just put a bunch of CDU down. With the amount of CDU that I had, there was no possible way that these infected would get to me or really harm me too much. With the water around, they can't infect more land and have a high probability of having another proto hive mind spawn. Not only that, but I never mentioned, because I forgot to, but around day 60, bosses have a chance to spawn inside of the horde nights. So that is another thing that I'm paranoid about, a boss spawning within a horde night. I'm surprised a boss hasn't spawned inside the horde night. I said that, and then a boss is gonna spawn inside the horde night. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 CDU right now. These guys realistically should be able to get close to me, but they're still doing it. Okay. Was close. Visible. Can't see him. They shouldn't even be able to get close to me. How are you getting close to me? Surprised the boss didn't spawn. Glad. After the horde night was done, I cleaned up what remaining stuff there was, which really wasn't complicated. After doing so, I made me a few rockets, then went back to my house. I had just remembered that I was supposed to make a reinforced door, and I never did that. Now that I have all the iron that I need to make this reinforced door, I do that. But there's an issue. The reinforced door cannot be opened normally. You need a key block or some shit like that. I was struggling trying to figure out how to open this door. The only way that I can possibly open it was with the universal block remover, which is the only way to remove anything that's reinforced. I also randomly got teleported by a weeping angel and my pickaxe was stolen. No, he took my pickaxe. Back, please. Thank God he dropped my pickaxe. Okay. That would have been bad. That would have been really bad. Okay. Fucking weeping angel. Trying to type in a code for when you're being chased by a bunch of mobs, infected, whatever, is also really inconvenient. But there's another door that cannot be blown up, and it's those iron doors that you see inside of the frozen bunkers. So that's the other door that I had decided to make. This door can be opened with a button. Plus it looks cool. So I just remembered that the other place also has a bunch of whatever it's called, thingy. Fungus. Jesus, why couldn't I remember that? But I had just remembered that the other place near the hospital also had a proto hive mind spawned there. So I wanted to see if a bunch of biomass or anything like that was on the land, but there was nothing. The land was clean. Proto hive mind was still there though, because I would still get the madness effect. I don't know how this one didn't load anything, but the other one that's really bad has loaded a bunch of things, even though I wasn't inside of the chunk. I wanted to get the madness effect off of me, so I drank some milk, but I forgot that milk doesn't work. So instead I tried to go to a hot spring, and when I went inside of a hot spring, this happened. Whoa. I'm on fire now. Frozen 2. Very, very ugly creature. Once again, another attempt at trying to get to this proto hive mind. I have been having a big ass war with just this singular proto hive mind, but I finally found what looks like an entrance, at least somewhat of an entrance. But once again, a bunch of drowned. These drowned just comes out of nowhere, man. It was starting to get dark and I wanted to get rid of the rain. I went back to my house to pick up my bed and come back to the site because I was tired of flying back and forth, so I just took my bed with me. On day 87, I finally managed to see somewhat of what was happening below me. I wanted to put a bunch of CDU around, but the hole that I was going in, there was the thing that makes me take a bunch of tick damage at a very fast rate, so I didn't want to go close to it, so I got out of there. A lot of the infected was coming out of the water to chase me. I kind of just sat inside of one spot, waiting for the infected to die down. In the morning of day 88, I wanted to get wood. That way I can make a boat, but I was teleported by a weeping angel. This time it didn't take my pickaxe, luckily. When I went back and tried to get a tree again, one of the eye things spawned on me. This is great. This is wonderful. It can make me a lot more confident to go inside of one of the pathways to the proto hive mind. But I wanted to make a boat so I could have a platform, and now that I've done that, it's time for me to try yet again. But this time, not blindly. Maybe with all of the CDU around, it can possibly catch the proto hive mind if it is nearby and kill it off. The CDU have a 25 block radius, if I remember correctly. At this point though, not being sure if I managed to get the proto hive mind, with how fast the infected land was spreading and just these non-stop battles, it felt like everything was pointless. I was just making no progress. I saw one of those creatures where I got teleported by a weeping angel. It was spreading more infected land at an even further distance, so I had to quickly clean that up. After cleaning that up, I had to stay up for another night because I was running low on rockets again. So another night of me trying to get creepers. Pretty decent night though. I have 32 gunpowder. On day 89, I make it back over to the battlefield. There's only 11 days left that I have to survive at this point, so I have to be very cautious, but I still feel a little bit reckless, or I feel like I can be a little bit reckless, but I don't want to be too reckless. It'd be a shame if I were to die on like day 95 or something like that. Not trying to have that happen. I'd much rather that didn't happen. But I don't think my CDU were killing the proto hive mind because the infected was still spawning non-stop. The infected was spawning non-stop. The infected land was spawning non-stop. It's just genuinely an endless battle. Not gonna lie, it would be cool if the bosses had some crazy explosion when they died or something like that. Something like the Ender Dragon, you know, where it does that whole effect. That would be cool. After killing off those two bosses, I waited for it to go dark. So it's now day 90 and my morning starts off with a glitch. Like, why does it do that? What is that? No idea what that is. No idea why it happened. I've never seen it happen. But I go back down to where I assume where the proto hive mind is, and I try to explore even more and put CDU even further inside of the cave. I did see a few bosses in here, so I'm afraid of just walking around like nothing's gonna happen to me. I thought that the surface was a war zone. The underground is an even bigger war zone. The way I keep breaking my neck to turn around and feel like something's gonna crawl up behind me, I just feel like I'm absolutely schizo, but I'm not, because there's just that much going on. Things are difficult, man. After getting as much as I possibly could, I left out of there. I wanted to put some more CDU on the outside, but I fell through snow. I can't fly. Okay then, you know what? That works, but I kind of need my ender chest. Probably the most convenient weeping angel that I've gotten so far. Very glad for that weeping angel. I am not gonna lie. That could have been really bad. I've once again run out of CDU, and I also needed sugarcane to make some more. While out trying to get sugarcane, I found another bunker. Found yet another bunker. Nice. I then left that bunker and continued traveling looking for sugarcane. While doing so, I found another one of those special biomes that spawns a bunch of iron. I was very happy with that, so I landed and I went to sleep. In the morning, I killed off the mobs around me. There was quite a few of them, but nothing I couldn't handle. After doing so, I picked up more iron. As much as I possibly could, or as much as I saw. I spent quite a bit of time doing that. Once I was done, I left looking for sugarcane again. You know, I used to think that I had enough sugarcane that I would never run out. I had all that I need, and then I somehow magically burned through it all. By somehow, I mean by rockets, because I used a lot of them for rockets. Once it was nighttime, I landed inside of a tree and I made me some rockets. After making those rockets, I went to bed. So it's now day 92. Now, to make these CDU, as you know, you need regular cobblestone. I can't get that though, because I have a silk touch pickaxe. So I found one of these structures that already has cobblestone, and that helped me out there. Plus, I can also just make an iron pickaxe if I really want to. That'll help me out with the stone problem. But this is pretty much what I spend day 92 doing. Smelting all of my iron and trying to get CDU. But you can't make that without spiders. I ran out of string, so I have to spend the night trying to get string. Thankfully, this night did spawn a bunch of spiders, and I was fine. For day 93, I was finding a lot of sugarcane. I was quite happy seeing this much, especially within the snow biome. I did a bit of mining. I got some diamonds, which again, I don't really need diamonds, but can't turn them down. But diamonds isn't what I need. It's redstone. Luckily, I found the spot that actually gave me some redstone, and we were good. Now we have the redstone that we need. I wanted to stay up the night and try to get more spiders and creepers, but it was raining and I just couldn't see, so I went to bed. In the morning of day 94, I continued making my CDU. There was nothing special going on for the daytime, but I still needed more resources because I wanted my ender chest and my inventory full of these dispensers. So I stayed up another night. But this time, it was a terrible night. Horrible night. Oh my God. I can't even pick it up. What? fucking find him and I can't even take it out. Like, what? Like, just break, please. It's so fucking stupid. I lost my Silk Touch pickaxe, so I pretty much just have to get Silk Touch yet again because of this dumb shit, and that's gonna take God knows how long. Like, it's so fucking stupid, man. Like, it just doesn't break. So a weeping angel stole my pickaxe, and it's one of those weeping angels that you just can't break. For whatever reason, you cannot break this weeping angel. Like I said, maybe you just need a netherite pickaxe, but it just wasn't working. As you know, losing Silk Touch means losing the ability to pick up my ender chest. So the plan was to get teleported by the weeping angel and get out of the chunk. Maybe if I get out of the chunk, he won't move. But there was another plan in mind, which was these certain devices that you can make and it kills the weeping angel. It's not hard to make. I did find another village, however, and this one had a abandoned laboratory spawned in the middle of it somehow. But the thing that I was looking for was a place to mine. I needed gold. Finding gold wasn't hard. I managed to get that pretty quickly. I found it cool though, this place that I found to mine. It was like I could just fly through, like that's how spacious this place was. I was just able to fly around underground. I thought it was really cool, very nice. Once I got my gold, I got out of there and it was dark, so I went to bed. But in the morning of day 96, I smelted my gold and I made the devices, which is called Chronodyne Generator. Like, you know, I used this generator and it just doesn't work. So this pickaxe gone. I'm just gonna get another Silk Touch. Now, I made an accident. I didn't really record. I forgot to press record, but the device, this is basically what happened. Are you just useless? And even if I do manage to get it to work on the weeping angel, I don't get my pickaxe back. It kills the weeping angel, sure, but I don't get my pickaxe back. So that was just a whole day wasted. And it's day 96. We're about to hit the 100-day mark. I have to hurry up and find Silk Touch. I find another village. I was hoping that whatever village that I found would have a lectern inside of it. But the first village that I found did not have one. But while I was flying by, I saw this area that had a megaton of sugarcane and some cows, which was perfect. I got my books and I got the sugarcane that I need. So on the morning of day 97, I make my lectern and I try to trade. I spend not one, but 2 whole days trying to get Silk Touch. 2 full days trying to get a single thing of Silk Touch. I couldn't get it. It was useless. It was a waste of time. This stuff, I hate when this happens. They give me the same 3 enchantments. There should be some kind of like pity rule or something. You can't get the same enchantments a certain amount of times. I didn't bother killing off the whole village this time because I didn't even have time to do that. It's day 99 now. I have to make it back home before it gets dark. I make it back home in time, but since it's day 99, I assumed that there was going to be a horde night. It's been a bit since there's been one. I was right. Oh, a boss spawn. That's lovely. That's wonderful, actually. Just wonderful. A boss spawned. I should probably put more seed in the Oh my lord, he just transformed my fucking door. I managed to make it through the final horde night. There was a boss that was lingering around. There was one more boss. Dealing with that really wasn't an issue. It may be day 100, but I still have unfinished business. I gotta go back and have at least one final try at trying to get this proto hive mine. What is happening? What is happening? Okay. I don't know what the fuck that was. What is that? That's a boss. Oh shit, that's another boss. So many effects right now. Come on, you gotta die, man. There he goes. Okay. That is a boss. I need that. No, you don't. Give me the eye. Okay. A lot down this way. There's so many over here. There's fish boss over there. There's another fish boss. Jesus Christ, there's so many. Why are they disappearing? One CDU left. Look at all this infected land. I managed to survive 100 days, so this brings back memories. This will. Ah, there goes the boss. Perfect. I'm gonna take this out and then I'll be done. Alright, our battle will be legendary. I'm about to die. I flew way too hard into the ground there. Look at all these effects that I have right now. I have a milk. Okay. Jesus. Alright, this guy. Oh, he died. That's a lot of enemies. 100. That was uneventful. Could have been better. I can't even rest here because of the amount of fucking infected there is. That sucks. I've done the best that I could. I tried cleansing as much as I can. I've killed as many bosses as I can. But I did it. I survived 100 days in the game. Maybe the only key to victory is just nuking the entire site. Or I quarantine the entire place. Make sure that it doesn't spread any further. Or maybe there really isn't any victory. Maybe this will just be a battle that'll last the rest of eternity. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you didn't, take your anger out on the like button and sub button. I'll see you all next time. Look at this. Holy. That's probably good night vision. Look at all this. And there was no way I was going to clean all this up. There's literally no. I don't even think me inside of creative would be able to get all this up. This is wild.